positive territory right now. The Dow yesterday finished up 42, again a new high. Nasdaq down 1.7. S&P was only up 1.67. So Dow having another good day yesterday, and all stock futures are looking like gains on the open. The interesting part about the Dow yesterday and the day before yesterday is that there is very little enthusiasm. There's not an excitement. You're not seeing balloons drop on the stock market and people cheering. It's very subdued, to say the least. Everybody understands that this is something, I don't want to call it a bubble, but this is something that is going to burst. This is not something that is going to continue. This is not sustainable. Everybody knows that. I wrote an article in my newsletter this week, coming out tomorrow at the close. If you don't get it, it's free. It's an email newsletter. Go to my website, Financial Issues, to get it, financialissues.org. I wrote an article about it. It's a disturbing article in the sense that, look, I want you to recall 2008, and I want you to recall how many people got hurt. You were probably one of them as far as your 401k or IRA goes, right? I want you to think about for a moment, did you get out in time to not be hurt? Or, better yet, could you have gotten out? Not in 2008. It was fast and furious. That's going to be the same scenario, folks. Now, some of you, I'm sure, are very smart. Some of you are watching all the indicators. Some of you are on top of this and feel very confident in being the perfect market timer that you think you are. I'm sure there's some of you out there like that. That's fine. And if you want to take the risk and you're okay with that, that's fine. Let everything ride. Get out the day before it goes down. And that'll be a wonderful thing. When you do that, you will have finished better than anybody. The key is getting out the day before it crashes. I'm not as smart as you guys. I can't do that. You people that think you can. I'm not that smart. Neither are a lot of people on Wall Street. And the fact of the matter is, let's look at what you've done this year. The year before last, it wasn't last year, the year before that, I was out of the market in around March 10th, and I never got back in, and I ended up doing 11% that year. Look, last year I got out a little bit too early, and I ended up doing 8%. But look, the fact of the matter is, you've got a good thing going right now. How long are you going to leave it ride? If you leave it ride through this week, it looks as though right now it's going to continue to get better. This bond bubble is going to burst, and I think there's an equity bubble building that is going to burst as well. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to believe me. I make a good case for it in an article that I wrote, and you can read it. You can try to ride this thing and squeeze every nickel out of it you can, or you can get out while you can get out and while you have something to get out with. You can make that decision. This is going to come down, folks. I don't know when. If I knew when, I'd be the only market timer on Wall Street making a lot of money, because there aren't any on Wall Street that are doing very well, if there are any at all. But I don't know when. But I do know this, that in 2007, November 2007, I made major moves to go to cash. I didn't know when, but I did know this. Stocks were overvalued. They were way overvalued. They were overbought. There was an irrational enthusiasm about the future of the economy and about the future of the markets and I said irrational. Remember, it was irrational because nothing pointed in that direction. Now, let's make something clear, because I don't want to sound like everybody else has said, because right now everybody that did what I did in 2007, late in 2007, claims they predicted what was going to happen in 2008. Well, maybe they did. I didn't. The only thing I predicted was that there was going to be a pullback, and there was. Did I expect it to be like it was? No. Did I think we were going into recession? Yes. Did I expect it to be what it is today? No. When Bear Stearns went under in March, and I call it going under because that's exactly what they did. When Bear Stearns went under in March, I went to about 70% in cash. I was spared any losses in 07 or 08 and 09. I'm asking you to spare some losses right now. Now, those of you who are partners with on my website, I'm going to be sending out an alert. I am dramatically changing my asset allocation models as of probably by tomorrow. It's going to be changed, and I'm going to send you out an alert to that and give you some heads up as to why I did it and what it's about. So look out for that. But I'm just telling you. And I'll tell you the thing that I am so disappointed about. So this morning on another network, I was talking about preparing for the future. Someone had called me yesterday, or didn't call me, but called my contact person and asked if I could get on, and wanted to talk about preparedness in the economy. Apparently, they had heard me or read me and heard me talk about this idea that the crash is coming. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a whole lot of people out there talking about it. It's not just me. They wanted to talk not about when it's going to happen or why it's going to happen, but they wanted to talk about being prepared for it when it does happen.